Even though the Tennessee Titans season is over, it doesn't mean football season's over. Welcome back to Titans PIO, preseason, in-season, off-season, Titan coverage all year round. Even though we will not watch the Titans play again until this next season starts, we have plenty of football left to go, starting this week with the wild card weekend. And I'm going to give you my prediction on who I want to win. That's right. I'm not going to give you my prediction on who I think's going to win. I'm going to tell you who I want to win because honestly, I have no idea who's going to win these games. Starting off, we have the Rams versus the Panthers. I'm going for the Panthers in this game. It's a team that doesn't get to the playoffs much, or at least I haven't seen in the past few years. So it's exciting to see a new face in the playoffs versus the typical ones. Now, when it comes to the Rams, I don't like the Rams. And yes, it is because they beat us in the Super Bowl, but okay, that's good enough for me not to like the Rams, right? For me to pull for the Rams, it had to be against a team that I truly do not want to win. So if it was something like the Rams versus the Jaguars or the Rams versus the Texans, then I would pull for the Rams. So right now, in this game, I'm pulling for the Panthers to win and knock out the Rams because honestly, I'm sick and tired of seeing them in the playoffs too. They're one of those teams that are always in the playoffs, it feels like. So when it comes to this game, I want the Panthers to win. Then we get the Packers versus the Bears, and this is okay. This is where I'm going to basically go against everything I just said in the previous matchup. Because just like the Panthers, the Bears don't make it to the playoffs much, to my knowledge. And they have a younger quarterback too, who was first overall. Very similar story to Cam Ward, and they're in the playoffs. So maybe next year we can be in the playoffs too. But the issue there is, I actually do like Green Bay Packers. I don't know why, but a few years ago, I kind of picked them up as my secondary team that I kind of root for. The Titans are out and whatever. So I do like the Packers. But the same thing like the Rams. They're always in the playoffs, it feels like. So you would think, well, you just said you don't like seeing the same faces all the time. And that's true. But I'm going for the Packers on this because, like I said, I kind of adopted them as my secondary team. So in this game, I'm going for the Packers. So basically, I'm just flipping what I said in the previous matchup. But then we move into the Sunday games, and this is where it starts to get serious, for the Titans at least. We have the Bills versus the Jaguars, and that right there is a game that, as a Titans fan, I'm going to be closely watching because even though, like I've said before, I don't like seeing the same teams in the playoffs year after year after year after year, the Bills need to win. Now, do I think they're going to win? A little bit, yeah, but I don't want to see the Jaguars go any farther than where they are right now. So the Bills, not only do I want them to win, we have to have them win. Just for our Titan pride, we cannot let someone in our division win it all. And then moving on to a game that really has no bearing on anything. We have the 49ers versus the Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champs. Both teams are always in the playoffs, it feels like. And so, honestly, in this game, I'm just going for the 49ers. I don't really dislike the Eagles. I just don't like the Eagles anymore. Like, I used to kind of like them. And yes, the AJ thing did leave a bad taste in my mouth. But for this game, I am going for the 49ers. And then we got the Chargers versus the Patriots. And then once again, I'm doing the opposite of what I previously said. Just like how the Eagles left a bad taste in my mouth with the AJ Brown trade, I'm actually going to root for the Patriots to win this game because of Mike Vrabel, which is crazy. I know. Hold on, calm down. I know what you're thinking. Mike Vrabel, our ex-head coach, you're rooting for him to win a game? Yes, because unlike most of the fandom, I was someone who was upset with the Titans for firing Mike Vrabel. No, it don't make no sense. I just said, yeah, the Eagles took AJ, so I don't really like them. But the Patriots took Mike Vrabel. Well, kind of. I mean, I guess not in the same way. Maybe it's the way it went down. I don't know. For some reason, I just still like the guy. The Patriots, I know there have been a dynasty before, and I know, like I said before, I hate seeing the same face in the playoffs year after year after year. But the Patriots have not been in the playoffs for a while. And I don't know, I just don't like the Chargers too. So there's that. I'm sorry, Chargers fans. I mean, listen, I'm not saying I cannot root for the Chargers. I have before, and I can do it again. It's just in this game with Mike Vrabel, who I think should still be the Tennessee Titans head coach. So yeah, the Patriots, I kind of want you guys to win. But then we come to the game on Monday. And this is a game, once again, is a game where the Titans should be paying very close attention to. That is the Texans versus the Steelers. And yes, I'm going to be rooting for the Steelers for obvious reasons, duh. Plus, also, I had a family member who was a big diehard Steelers fan. So, kind of in honor of him, too, in a weird way. Kind of like, it'd be cool if they could win for that reason alone. But we cannot let Texas win. If the Texans win, I can't believe I want to say this. I'm scared they actually are going to go to the Super Bowl. I am so scared they are actually going to do it. And I don't mean they're just going to go to the Super Bowl. I mean they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win. That's my fear. I feel like they're going to go and they are going to win the Super Bowl. That is my fear. So, Steelers, can you just stop them right now? In the anxiety, take the anxiety out. In the pain, in the panic, take out the Texans. As a Titans fan, they will never let us live it down. No matter if they can win one Super Bowl and we can win 28, and guess what? They will still never let us live it down. Steelers, come on. Please, Steelers, don't let them win. So that's who I want to win. So tell me who you're going to root for. Whatever it is, comment below, let me know. And as always, tighten up.